Hey everybody, Max McAllister here with a little idea for you when you go out shopping for a new Honda GoldWing. Some consideration on which model to buy, something for you to think about. If you like the look of the Trunkless style GoldWing, the standard model, or the kind of bagger look that's very popular nowadays, there's obviously some difference in price because the trunk isn't there on the motorcycle, but Honda on that standard model bike has really stripped out a lot of very popular features on the bike, and I'll go, touch on a few of those. So what I would suggest to you is that you consider buying the tour model bike, and then Honda sells a Trunkeliminator Kit that will allow you to basically have both bikes. So if you ever wanted to go touring, on a long ride, you could install your trunk for that occasion. But for your year-round riding, you could have it with the trunkless look if you like that, prefer that. So the kit they sell is $395 or so at full retail. And basically it just removes everything you see here and makes it look just like the standard model you'd buy in the store. But some things that were removed from the standard model bike are things like your electronic adjustable preload on the rear shock, which is a very convenient feature for adding spring pressure, depending on if you're riding solo or two up, or if you have a heavy load in the bike. So that's a very nice feature to have that you control from the dashboard, versus on the standard model you have to open the saddlebag, take the side cover off, put your hand in a small space and try and turn a knob by hand, a bunch of rotations to try and change that each time. You want to have a different spring pressure, so that's a bit of a pain. Standard model bike doesn't come with a center stand. It's sad. I don't know why they would do that, because I'm sure it doesn't cost them much to put a center stand on the bike, but they've chosen not to. So center stand is obviously a wonderful option for being able to service your bike, wash it clean, get under, work with the rear wheel, clean the rear wheel, brakes, any of that kind of stuff. Loading and unloading is easier. If your bike's on the side stand and you open the left saddlebag, stuff tends to pour out and flop out of it. So that's kind of a nuisance. If you have the 6-speed model bike, they strip the reverse out of it. Again, don't ask me why or I bothered to do that, but they did. So the difference in price is about $3,000 for a 6-speed and $2,000 for DCT at full list. The DCT, they did still leave the walking reverse and the walking mode and reverse on that bike, on the standard model bike. So anyway, my tip for the day is take a look, see what deal you can work out with your local Honda dealer. If you like the bagger look, you might consider my suggestion here. The other reason I suggest that is for resale value of the bike later. The standard model bike seems to be a much smaller market for the people that don't want a trunk. So when you go, you can get the fully featured bike with all the options on it and have the trunkless look. And when you go to sell it, you'll be able to offer the bike as both options to whomever's buying the bike. And I think that would be a selling feature to somebody shopping for a bike that would choose your bike over another one that they were similarly priced because you had that extra feature available to them. So, all right, so this is Max. Please subscribe to my channel and I'll be back with more videos in the future.